Howdy, howdy. Time to get rowdy. How are we all doing? Well, hopefully. Potential GU longs here, up to this high. Gave out this nice clean entry to the members in the Discord earlier. If you're not already a member of the Discord, then you are missing out on that one, unfortunately. I'll show you right here. See, put out the alert. Look for this to stay open. Did. Beautiful tap in, run high. Now, of course, you could have looked for a tighter stop entry of that, but using the rule setup to keep it simple series, use the liquidation low as your protection. What's up, Alex? You good? So today we are going to produce a channel in the Discord, which has the shortlist for the bot in there already, and I'm looking forward to doing a live session with some of the Discord members when we first get to test the bot. So when we're doing a few tweaks, we're going to go live and we're going to record it and we're going to document the growth of the bot, and then the VIP members can look into that once the bot is released or beforehand, and use it to apply to their own settings within the bot itself. There's some really, really interesting stuff coming. Excited to share it with you guys. It's flying now. So I am actually starting to look onto a higher time frame here, and I'm thinking this high is the last high that we're at, so we don't want to overextend the target. Remembering this is the daily time frame and that was the high of the day, so price coming up above that, I don't expect it to remain above. I'm expecting something along the lines of this. And that'll take us back down into these low areas, if we're even lucky enough to get there. This was our entry earlier. We're not getting involved in this now as it's taken out the targets for us. I've deleted orders on that. I need to actually update that. Okay, let's have a look at some of the Okay, so we are going to be doing a chart wipe. We might even do a chart wipe today, to be honest. Might do a chart wipe while we're live. Now, the reason I say that is because the previous markups, like all this stuff here, it serves no purpose to us. The only stuff that serves purpose is the stuff that we can actually reference off of now, right? So we can pretty much get rid of most of the stuff on our chart. Ay. Let's go. Oh yeah, yesterday you guys were in the live stream. Well, I say you guys were in the live stream. I don't actually know who's watching, but I imagine some of you guys were in the live stream yesterday, and we gave out this low as a point to watch. Price literally swept it and went straight to our targets. You can't ask for much more, surely. Now we've taken this high, daily high. Did we produce any gaps down? Bullish. This was the first bearish gap. Price has sold from there, so it's pretty clean. Not that we got involved with it, but that's one of the principles. So we're also going to wipe this off. We're going to wipe Euro. We're going to wipe Euro N. We're going to wipe all of those. So this week so far, it's been relatively slow, to be honest. Relatively slow. We took this little BE yesterday. Well, I say BE. It was more of a small partial, but we call it a BE. We explained the reasoning behind the way we managed this yesterday. And the example that we said was, if news decides to push price against our narrative and against our bias, then we get taken out, right? And that's what it did. So it's important to keep that in mind every time. Just because you have an idea that price is going to do something doesn't mean it will do it. Going on. Everyone thought I'm crazy when I was bullish Euro. Well, I wouldn't say so. There's nothing, like I said before, there's nothing wrong with having a bias of counter the current price action. But the question we spoke about, didn't we, in the live stream is someone like yourself, you were bias bearish until around that point, right? So you were bias bullish at the right time. Whereas if somebody without that principle and perspective was bias bullish, they would have been consistently wrong all the way down until now. And I mean, even now, we're still seeing push down, then a push up. Then we're seeing potential for sell-off again. So I completely exactly trade what you see. Trade what you see, not what you think. But yeah, what I was saying yesterday to you and what we were agreeing on was the principle that it's relevant to your system. It's relevant to the individual, not to, oh, it has to be this or it has to do this. Okay, so let's just start from the top and work our way through here. Gonna so much shit. Goodbye. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do. Let's just fucking do the whole thing. Stop beating around the bush, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right, so what we're gonna do, we're also gonna go to the alert logs, and we're gonna completely wipe off the alert logs. Stop all, remove all. Oh, remove all inactive. Stop all, yes. Remove all, yes. So now we have 40 alerts available. It allows us to set some really worthwhile, you know, points to look at price at. The daily alerts, we don't really need to focus on these too much at the moment. We set one high because price is currently running high. Down to the 4 hour, our bias is bearish. But we've taken out this being the closest point that we've taken out. We know that there was liquidity across these highs, and the root of that, or the origin of that, sits above that high. Okay, notice how the 4 hour low is also the daily low. Okay, beautiful. A lot of liquidity sitting down here. One sitting here. Okay, so we can go back to the 15-minute now. What I was saying before. Looking for a potential reaction here. Now, I'm not taking this trade off of the principle that we had liquidity here that I was going to look to secure my position in partial at. Price has literally taken that and it started running bullish. So this is doing the opposite than what we want to see. We want to see a run through, small pullback continuation. And again, price doesn't always give you the exact entry you want. But like the setup yesterday, if we interact here and we get a new entry given, we can reconsider that. Because we'll have a new target low and we can reset the setup itself. Okay, so that's Euro right there. The setup for that, I will place it here. You either got this one or you have this, but I'm not taking either of these, so I'm going to do that very quickly. Not trading this. There we go. Cool. You see how your first target, if it gave you a new one, you could. Sorry, no. If it gave you a a new entry, you could target this low, which will give you straight away like a 4R ish. But we're looking for these lows to be taken. Daily low to continue through. That's the two scenarios. I'm not trading it. Not trading it. But we'll see. We'll see what price does. Simple as that. We've done a top down, top down on Euro. Euro NZD, we are in this right now. We're completely risk-free on this, so there's really no deal on what it does. When they took the low yesterday, I was like, it's a cheap buy. Exactly, and that's exactly the mindset you have to have, you know. Okay, so we're gonna. What I'll do is I'll just leave this stuff, and then we'll delete the rest of it. Some real nice moves there, but again, it's irrelevant, you know, unless I leave it up to showcase it over and over again. We end up with a super cluttered chart. Excuse me, apologies guys if you heard me burping then. Okay, we can also move this stuff from the visibility of the daily time frame. Pretty clean run of that high there, actually. I didn't even notice that. So let's see, we can change this to here. Where we swept that point. That's pushing down super aggressive. Our stops sit literally just above our entry point. So if it comes down, takes out a bit. Back to the daily. So our bias is still bullish because of this gap right here. Same setup here. Again, that only holds relevance for the short term. Same here. Cool. UGBP has actually come up and taken out all of these liquid highs that we were looking at. So if it delivers a potential entry down, we can look to sell that through the lows. We had this move yesterday, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, sorry. Really nice move. Then we came down and took out a daily low. Right here. That's where the entry for the long move came in. When I say entry, I mean counter trade for Institute for them to get a good pricing. Similar to what Akram was saying in his markup, his analysis. GU flying? Yeah, I believe it's going to run up, to be honest. This is why I'm not taking this. We could see a reaction from here still, but because we took these targets, this would be a point of management within the trade. So if your management for the initial trade setup that you had in mind changes, you have to change the trade to match that, right? I was playing a little bit of Forex yesterday with my son. He loves that game. So the idea of this trade, it was meant to be over here. The Euro N still messing around near the entry point there. We got in there, so either runs or it does. Does anyone else play Forex or anything like that? Someone's spamming that 100, that 100 emoji. Yeah, it's a great game. Okay, so let's go back to Euro N. Did we deleted everything off this, right? Did. Okay, same for this. We can pretty much wipe this off. Get rid of that. And again, some people may look at that and go, oh, why? But at the end of the day, unless it serves you a purpose, what is the point of it being there? You know? What is the point of it being there? I'm also going to do a little rework through some of the what they called, some of the labels and stuff like that as well. Okay, so nice move there, taking out as well the 4-hour highs as well as the daily high. So now we open up a gap here, then there's potential for a selling move. Into those lows, right? Hopefully you're not getting any strange sounds coming through the microphone. I'm using like an on-ear mic, so I know sometimes they can pick up, like if your clothes drops on your clothes or whatever. Euro pulling back up again. Euro blasting through here, and again, this is a great example why if it doesn't tap in when you expect it to tap in, and it takes targets, just forget about it. There may be options, not options, but there may be times when price will come back to here and it will go down. Wait for that second entry. If it wants to actually go, it will give a gap and you'll be able to trade off of the space. Yeah? Wait for it. Not trading this. Okay, let's continue the chart wiping. Continue the massacre of analysis. The hours spent. Oh, look at all the data on there. Goodbye. Okay, daily. Okay, 4-hour here. Technically a 4-hour high. So it's this. We'll change these in a second. So that entry that we showed you earlier, running. Well, it's not running. Sorry, that's a lie. It's giving a nice move up. There was a sweep there. Again, we're looking at market close times. You're not going to trade that. Okay. Daily bullish. Okay. Here, 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 and here. Put them as liquid those. Where the money be? This is what we were saying earlier. After this sweep here, no bearish gaps, no bearish gaps, no bearish gaps until here. Pretty sure it's market close. Here's that's market close. Again, back in here, you get another space, and you get another space here too. Cleaners. So right now we've got nothing to look for on there except for running that high. So that's our target right there. G-Chef. Oh, don't tell me I gave an entry yesterday. How did we miss this? Oh, market close. That's how we missed it. Right, so it did push up, ran into the entry areas, gave an entry point here. Price never met it. The only time it got close was market close. It's not really going to be something valid that would mark up there. So the okay, let's just go recap quickly. Euro, yeah, Euro running up, exactly what we thought would happen. That's why we're not taking the trade. Euro M was still in this. We didn't get BE'd on that, so we're still waiting for that to run up further if it wants to. If not, then whatever. 7 minutes left for this gap. What we don't want to see it do is run down into these levels. Okay, we don't want to see it run down into those levels. That would invalidate the entry itself. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Damn. Right. Backward. Flying right there. Ooh. Leave the live stream 30 seconds. Everyone's like, fuck this. Fuck this shit, dude. I'm out of here. Okay. So we were long position bias from here. No move. Okay. Well, no move tapped us in. Target would have been there. Getting pretty close to target right now. Gold as well. Let's just get rid of all this. You chef. That was such a bitch that, but it is what it is. Get rid of all this as well. UJ, same thing. Okay, so don't forget, guys, if you want to join the shortlist for the bot, the EA, you can do that. QOM is starting to pick back up again. Let's see. Oh, 1 second, guys, someone's calling me. Yo, we're back. That was a long phone call. I apologize, guys. How's everyone doing? Or how are you doing? The one person here. How are you doing? Uh, right. Let's just go check out everything's going on here. Euro GBP actually confirmed an entry. That's beautiful, but pricing looks like it's dropping down through the lows. Validate that entry for us. GU ran straight to the target. Oof. Is it not so satisfying when you have a bias and it's correct? Not satisfying? It is, right? So satisfying. Okay. Euro NZD starting to pump up beautifully. We're just letting that run. That's BE. Stop is below that low. So unless we come down to here, let it fly, baby. Euro, we're not trading this. Again, we gave our reasons for not trading this. And if you're already a member and you've watched the content that we posted, you already know this as to the reason why we didn't get into this. Euro GBP, again, you will know the reason why we're not going to enter this if it comes back now. GU, we gave a bullish setup from this low being taken. Price action pushed beautifully bullish. Taken this high right here, which was our previous target. Now running up towards these highs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set alert. Guys. Oh, good. I'm glad you're well. Glad you're well. Welcome, welcome. Remember, guys, if you haven't already joined the Discord, the link for that is down below. We gave this Euro NZD trade out to the community this morning. We gave it out in our free setup channel. Okay, right. So what we're going to do, we're going to start from the bottom here. We're going to sack off Dow Jones. We don't really like Dow Jones. That was just there for one of the YouTube members. So we're just going to delete this here. Everything on here. Beautiful. But don't be scared to do that, guys. People get so like, oh, you're deleting everything on your chart. If you can consistently analyze the market, you've got nothing to worry about by deleting what you've got on there. You can do it again. Keep your chart clean. Keep it down to a minimum. Okay, here's your daily lows. Or high up there. We don't really need to worry about that at the moment, though. Set the targets. So the 4 hour low is the daily low, so that's actually a pretty good one to set an alert on. On that, previous low was taken out here, giving you the entry that was given down here. Yeah, down here. Beautiful sweep, run higher. Doesn't really give a gap though until here. So fortunately for us, it wasn't efficient enough price action for us to get in down here. And like I said before, you know, there's always going to be someone that'll tell you you coulda, shoulda, woulda, woulda, woulda. Always someone that's going to show you some other way you could do something. But it's about minimizing time and maximizing results. So we don't really have anything to look at on here. We do have a high target we can mark. But for now, that doesn't really serve a huge amount of purpose for us. Oil, I'm going to put that at the bottom of the list. Euro A. Delete here. I've only got 5 drawings anyway. Daily bias is up. We have a target there. Daily low. Low, so that's not really that relevant for us either. We're going to go down to the 4 hour. This is the point that we want to watch right here and this point. So relatively vast in terms of what we're looking at. We've got our targets, we've got our points of possible entry. So again, if you want a visual representation of this, it's pull back to go long, up, back to go long, up here, right? So it's always about being realistic in terms of what are you expecting. Unless we pull back at all, we're not even going to sniff at the idea of these coming down here. Expect it to run this high. Okay, so we're going to go forwards now onto AU has been that pair that has just consistently ran and ran and ran and ran. Unless you got into an entry way back, there's not been a huge amount for us to get involved in here. I don't know if it gave an entry this morning. A lot of the USD secondary pairs have given an entry through the sweep of the daily low, but we'll see. Again, there's a high there that was already taken out. No other structures here. I mean, there was that, but that have a huge purpose for us. Going back to the 4-hour time frame, you can see the bias is bearish. 4-hour. This is a point of reference. This is a point of reference again. Really, really far from where we are at the moment. Easily reachable. Easily reachable. It doesn't mean we're going to get there. Yeah. Target low would be here. Again, same thing. Unless we get up into here, don't care. Let's have a look actually and see what it gave at the point of sweeping the daily. Okay, so is that market close? No, this 8 AM. So in this case, it swept the daily low and pushed up very, very minor. Then came back down and would have taken you out if you got involved with the long there. So be it, that's part of going counter trend. You know, you always have the risk that price is going to go against you. Okay, so UJ. Same thing here with a bullish bias. A couple of daily lows there. Daily high. Lows even. Okay, so at the moment, we've only taken out this, which has no real value for us in terms of what we're looking at currently. One second. Back. So yeah, no real value for what we're looking at currently, but it did possibly serve a purpose earlier on in the week, which here in a second. Looks like we opened actually. We opened at the point that being taken. Interesting. First thing we done when we opened was took that. And then we get a bearish move here with the high at the. Get a little bit of a sell-off again. That's not really relevant in terms of what we're looking at, like I say. And daily, we only have this low to reference off of. We could look at this point because it is a candle that hasn't been mitigated in terms of the open. When you have a gap at open, it often likes to come back down and take it. It's also a 4-hour low, so we'll just take it into consideration with the 4-hour stuff. Same here. Here. Target is this high. Excuse me. Short term, we won't look too much into that. Got our alert set. If we get anything happening from this, all know. We did sweep out this low right there. We'll go to the 15 and you'll see in here, swept out the low, price action came back down, took out the previous and then went high. The reason why we're not expecting to see much from this, it's a fundamental movement. So generally when you see a fundamental movement, it doesn't always give the same probability in terms of reaction. And there are some scenarios where you just get swept out and then price runs. That's how it is, right? So we have everything set on there. We just go USD Chef. We're biased bullish on this as well. We have been for a little while now. We have currently a lot of liquidity stored in these daily highs and lows. A lot of liquidity. So liquid lows, target high, took out a previous low here. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. That was the daily low that we were looking at. Price action took us out. The entry it gave was, I believe, in here. Yeah, right there. Stop below the low. That's where the move came from. That was a really clean move, although it didn't get to the target high. So that's one of those things. Down to the 4 hour, the highs remain the same. Targets both up in this. And the points of entry here. Count that. Low that was taken out. So look down into here and see that as well. 730. Just a push up, sweep, then run. Again, we're looking at short term market close gap, short term liquid rather than long term liquid. So we just get some alerts on gold. We've also deleted everything on there. We're biased bullish on this. You guys know that. Remember, if you want to follow the trading view, you'll see all of the Sunday updates that we give. I have no targets for this because it is an all-time high. You're just targeting? You're targeting empty space at this point. And we did have a couple of nice, one nice liquid sweep and run, and then well, a couple of really clean there. Apart from that, this is our short-term target. Look for a pullback within here. Points as well. Again, these are short-term rather than longer term. They'll still serve as the same purpose though. Set an alert down here. I highly doubt we're going to get down to those. Okay, G-Chef, we're going to delete everything. Back to the daily. Bias bearish. Daily high. Daily high. Daily low, daily low. So we have targets for price to treble to. And we have a target for price to hit for possible entry. And then we have swept previous structure right there. So daily time frame, very simple. To look in for the same principle. You look at that. Okay. Down to the 4 hour, we have this high. The high that we've already marked up on the daily. And then we have our target lows. So it's pretty similar. Pretty similar there. And we did take out this or previous. And we have actually just triggered into that right there. Same move. If we come down and take out the lows there, that is crazy. But again, we're not in it. We don't care. Let's see what Euro NZD is doing. Absolutely scorching. Beautiful. If there's any Discord members that are watching this and you are in this, I would look to mitigate some risk. Maybe even bring your stop up above your position entry, so go BE on it. It's up to you how you manage it. I'm just going to leave it open, go for the 1 to 3. Or if it absolutely blasts past 1 to 3, I might even see if I can extend it to 1 to 4. But what I'll do is I'll bring my stop to my previous TP. So what would happen is this is your entry, this is your stop, this is your TP. You remove the TP. Okay? Then the second you get that alert go off, if you see momentum coming in, you move your stop to here. If you don't, you just close out where it is and you get the original target. You know how some positions, I mean, like, where are we? Kind of like gold. Where's gold? Gold, we had a target for it. Target was here. See that position? You put your stop loss at your TP. You're running, you know? So keep that in mind. There's a way that you can trail your position without having any risk of your position being smaller or the profit being less. Remember, guys, to smash that like button if you haven't already. So I want to set a little challenge. I want to set a little challenge for the Discord community. And that challenge is using the Keep It Simple system and methodology. Mark up a possible entry scenario for any major pair and then post it in the Discord so we can discuss it on the live stream. And no names will be mentioned, you know, no one's going to be ridiculed or anything like that. But you guys know me, you know, I'm not that way inclined. But if you are confident, then drop a little chart. And even if you're not, why not? You've got nothing to lose. Go for it. Go for it. How can I have access to the Discord? There is, if you look in the chat, there is, check out our free Discord. Stream Elements has sent it. Or you can go into the description down below and you'll find a link for the Discord there. The price is absolutely scorching towards the TP now. I am going to remove the TP. I am going to trail my stop behind price. I'm going to look to put my stop at the TP price if we manage to get past it. So did you find the... how can I have access? There we go, my friend. Of course, no... What, like, you don't have to thank me. You don't have to thank me. The main thing... No, the main thing that I always say, right? The main mission for myself and the team is we want to be the mentors that everyone needs when they are learning and they're stuck in that position of the Instagram YouTubers or the YouTubers that always say that they're right, or the all you have to do is set up an account with this firm and you get access to my course kind of people. There's many different people out there, some genuine, some not. That's just how it is. But we're here to educate on the way that you execute entry models. And you can look back through the Discord and the YouTube, and you'll see, this is to anyone that's watching this on Rewind as well, you'll see that there's many different systems we've used, but they've all ultimately came down into one system, which is the system I'm using now, which allows me to do the least amount of work, or generally the best amount of trades. Too many, not too little. Going on, Jack? Appreciate it, my dude. I hope everyone is good. Everyone is blessed. A good day. Main thing. But there's only one thing that, well, there's a couple of things that I ever ask of anyone that gets value from our content, and that is to promote it to other people, because again, it's completely free. We're not trying to get you to sell things. Promote it to other people, and then just be active around the content and the community. So it really is. It's a community effort. I'm willing to be the driving force. I just need people to be as willing, to be in the community posting charts, or be in the Discord talking, or be in the YouTube like you guys now are, communicating and conversing with me and one another. That's what people want to see. That's what creates the motivation for people to actually take it to the next level. On one hand, I'm scandalized by the few people here. But on the other hand, finish some goals before this knowledge gradually goes up. Well, that's the thing. It's always, it's always got to be what works for you. Prioritize what works for you. That's the main thing, my man. It always will be the students that are number one, and whether you're somebody that watches on YouTube live and doesn't comment and just sits and watches and listens, you're just as valuable as the other people. Of course, Jack. No problems at all, my man. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And we do have a review section on Discord, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, anyone can write in. So if you have found anything that anything we post, anything at all that you enjoy, then please do write us a little review. We'd love to hear what you guys think. I know some of you have really enjoyed the content so far, and of course, there's no rush. It's all about when you're ready. That's the main thing. So that's enough yibba yabba, jibba jabba. Euro's pushing up. So we're going to set an alert on the target high. Okay. If we see a nice bit of momentum through this target high, we're going to immediately put our stop at this point. Okay. So if price decides to continue going up, then we can capitalize on a little bit of a more upwards movement. We might be able to secure 4R rather than 3. If we, let's say we hit it and it immediately rejects, we will take that as, okay, we're probably not going to see that momentum, and we will then look to cut our position down by its majority, or 100%, which means you may take a small risk, less than 3R, but you're risking like 0.1 to 0.2 of your profit to possibly gain a whole 1, so you got to weigh up both, it's whatever you think is going to work best. And of course, you can just set a hard TP. You don't have to have a floating TP, if you were. So right now we are Of course, Jack. Yeah, no problem at all, my man. Yeah, it's like I said before, there's no obligation to anyone to do anything. It really isn't. No obligation to anyone. It's just all about being the community, A lot of people, and again, this isn't like directed to anyone. Nothing I say in these live streams is ever directed to anyone, or don't take this, guys. Please, hopefully, haven't taken that trade. If you are in the Discord, you'll know the reason why we're not taking that trade, and it's the same principle for the Euro setup. A lot of people they find the stuff that we teach. So, for example, the concepts that have taken me a long time to really grow and learn and become consistent with. A lot of people take it for granted, and they really just come and go, and they don't really help. Excuse me. Like in the grand scheme of things, which is fine. We're not relying on other people. We are the driving force here. But the whole community could prove and empower themselves by just having that slight more interaction with one another and things like that. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like in the Discord, for example. If I post, people don't really. People are like, yeah, But if other people post, then they're more inclined to talk to each other. And communication and that hive mind mentality is really what drives these kind of communities. Trying to get this dollar before the year ends, right? Exactly, dude. You know it. I actually spoke with my partners in the Middle East at Nesab Investment, and they're just closing out their 5% target for this month. They're just closing it out now. So overall, over the first 2 months that I've been partnered with them, they've closed out just over 11%, which is pretty good. That is pretty good. So 6% the first month, and then 5% this month. And from what I can see, if they carry on the way they're going, they'll be looking at closing around 20-ish% before the end of the year, which would bring their total up to, I believe, 45% over the space of 6 months. I believe. Might be wrong. I believe that's the case, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. I got a couple of investments tied up with them as well, so I'll be looking to cash those out before the end of the year. Or, you know what? I might not even. Hold on. Remember what I said about this? This setup became invalid. We hit these lower points. Right, I'm just going to go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Put the kettle on, guys, and make a little. Sometimes I feel like coffee actually dehydrates you, Sometimes I feel like coffee does the opposite. Okay, not trading that one. Not trading that based on the target being taken. The setup itself and the directional bias from this point is still valid. But what I said before was if you have a deviation in the way that you pre-organize to manage your trade, then you have to then re-evaluate that trade to have that organization in place again. Again, this is already gone. We hit our target there with that. So I hope everyone's got some big plans for the new year. Okie dokie. Right, we are. Oh, don't forget, guys, if you want to be a part of the shortlist for the bot, then you can do that with the link in the chat right now, which says join our EA bot trading shortlist. And you can also do that with the link in the Discord as well. So right now, what are we looking at? What are we looking for? What are we looking at? We're just waiting for price action to deliver something that we can then capitalize on. Exactly the same as Euro N. Waited for the move, took the trade when it was given. Climbing Kilimanjaro in the new year. That is awesome, dude. Remember you saying about that in the Discord not long ago. It's going to be insane. Hopefully you're all prepped up for that. And I remember you saying as well that you had a couple of mountains lined up beforehand, right? I think so. Using this on crypto with alt season on us. Yes, sir. Ben Nevis, Snowden, doing Snowden again next month. Nice, man. Did you do Grib Grok? You done Snowden? I remember if we spoke about this before. Grib Grok is insane. Grib Grok is insane. Yeah. I think I've shown you guys the on Snowden before. If I did or not. Where is it? Oh, okay, right. Haven't done that one yet. No, you should. You should. You should do it, dude. That'll give you a real taste of what it's like. That shit will make your boots shake. Well, I mean, it might not. Maybe I'm just a pussy. Maybe, maybe. Let me find Telegram, maybe. Ah. What's that? Yeah, now it doesn't look as wild as you think. I mean, it's pretty wild, but it doesn't look like crazy, crazy. Um, I was shitting my pants. Height analysis allows you to scale up in leverage. Results are serious. Yeah, yeah, mapping out Doge now, which is showing some beautiful setups. Lost in the Doge chart. Been chewed up for over 2 years. Yeah, I mean, this is something as well that you'll see like almost a polar change in the way that you just visualize the charts, the way you analyze the amount of time you spend on the charts, just everything as a collective. You're going to see that switch, and which is the most beautiful thing about it. This is the picture, yeah, here from Odin. It's my brother's friend. Background there. I mean, it doesn't look that crazy, but at the same time, it kind of is. The reason I say that is because I put this on a fresh chart so I can draw on it. Here, right? So, and like here where these people are standing, doesn't look that crazy, right? But when you get onto this bit, you're literally like, you're either on this side shimmying along, or you're on this side shimmying along, or you sit with a leg either side and you like move up. Like this bit is kind of, you can walk on it. I mean, if you fall down there, you're dead. You fall down there, you're dead. Like, there's no way to beat around the bush. This peak pretty much comes up, goes back down over here, then it follows up, and then round, and then the peak of the mountain's like up here. You can't see it because it's in the clouds. But it was raining, it was windy, and it was wet. So I was literally crapping my pants. Crapping them. You know what? I'm going to go down to Dogecoin and take a look at Dogecoin too and see what we have on there. Let's go straight to the daily, so we're bullish. Look at this high. Look at the counter move straight off the bat for the counter move. Actually, that's a lie. It's here. That's the counter move straight off the bat. That's pretty dirty, right? Okay, so back down to the 4 hour. Lows in here. I mean, these are way out of the way right now, so nothing too crazy as we speak. Liquid low, liquid low. And there's a liquid low here actually. Like, okay, so there is potential for that to give us a bullish push. I would be more inclined to say that it's not going to though, based off of where we sit within the range. But if you're trading it consistently across a longer period of time, then that would be something you take. Yeah, so potential bullish push from above that point up into these highs. Because we've taken the daily liquid though, I would say that the daily liquid is probably looking to seek a point of better pricing, which is going to be down into these lows. Looks like it's blasting down as well. But yeah, that's what I have on it. So any low moves from down here, we push to the upside. Let's trade through that. Daily. Seems like the weekly, that's a weekly high as well. So yeah, taking a weekly high, definitely look for a little bit of a correction. Come on, Andre, you'd love it, dude. You'd love it, dude. There are some pictures of my brother like dangling his feet over the edge and stuff like that, just like stupid shit. But I'm not willing to do that because I'm not a Looney Tune. I asked to Killy. Oh yeah, 100%. I would definitely do it. It's a bucket list kind of, the bucket list route. But you're very exposed to the elements where you're literally on the ridge of a mountain. So you get a bad day for it, you're going to see helicopters picking people up. Like it gets bad. Um, right, we're at that time of the day now, guys. We're at that time of the day. We are an hour and 30 minutes into the stream. I've shown you everything that I'm looking at. I've walked you through concepts. I've given you some physiology stuff to look at. I've given you a little bit of everything. If you haven't already watched the Keep It Simple series, you can find that in the YouTube channel on our homepage and, of course, in the Discord. I'm going to wrap it up right here, guys. We're going to head over into the Discord. Just have a little relaxed session. It won't be anything crazy. We'll do a little bit of floor 1, then we'll head into the VIP floor. But it is 3 p.m. for me, so I'm not going to be staying around for a huge amount of time, but we will be looking in there, conversing with a few people and doing our thing. So if you have enjoyed this live stream, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't already joined the Discord, the link for that is down below. All the good stuff is in the description, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see everybody in tomorrow's live stream. Peace and love, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Trade safe. And as always, stay blessed.